On the 24th of February 2022, the first day of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Snake Island, a Ukrainian island in the Black Sea, also known as Zmiinyi Island, was attacked. The incident was hugely publicized when an audio clip of Russian cruiser Moskva hailing the island's garrison over the radio, demanding their surrender and being told, "Russian warship, go f*** yourself." Viewers may note that the island was chosen by President Zelenskyy in August 2021 for a press event amid Russian troops buildup on the Black Sea border. Zelenskyy had said at the time, "This island, like the rest of our territory, is Ukrainian land, and we will defend it with all our might." In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Snake Island is turning out to be a major pain area for Russia. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. NordVPN is a premium VPN service available for macOS, iOS, Windows, and Android with more than 5,400 servers in 60 countries. But why use a VPN or virtual private network? VPN is an encrypted tunnel. A VPN can protect your privacy, which is threatened by many factors like data logging by internet service providers. It can also help you access contents which are blocked based on geolocation. Why NordVPN? Its servers are fast and has zero log policy. Not only this, NordVPN has taken one step further and recently introduced a new feature, threat protection. Threat protection prevents malware from getting on users' devices and blocks trackers, intrusive and malicious ads, and harmful websites. Use the link in the description to get up to 71% off the 2-year plan plus threat protection for no extra cost. At the checkout, use the code DEFENSE to get an extra month for free. Russian forces have been stationed on the island since the Russian Navy captured it during the initial days of the invasion in February. The island is strategically located. It's 35 kilometers, or about 22 miles, south of the Ukrainian coast in the Black Sea, and about 300 kilometers, or 186 miles, west of Crimea, the Ukrainian territory that Russia annexed in 2014. Snake Island's location allows Russia to claim territorial waters stretching 12 nautical miles, or about 22 kilometers out to sea. Also, it covers crucial shipping channels to the port cities of Odessa, Mykolaiv, and Kherson. With Snake Island captured, Russia is able to cut off Ukraine from international markets, depriving its economy of trade revenues. Ukrainian state border guards announced at about 1800 local time that Snake Island had come under attack by Russian Navy ships. The cruiser Moskva and patrol ship Vasily Baikov bombarded the island with their deck guns. One Ukrainian soldier live-streamed the moment that the Russian warship opened fire. On the 13th of April 2022, Ukrainian presidential advisor Alexei Arestovich and Odessa governor Maxim Marchenko said that Moskva had been hit by 2 Neptune anti-ship missiles and was on fire in rough seas. The missiles were apparently launched in or near Odessa, located 60 to 65 nautical miles or 110 kilometers offshore. Ukrainian sources reported that the attack was supported by a Bayraktar TB2 combat drone, which distracted the Russian ship's defenses. Moskva later sank, causing huge embarrassment for Russia, and was presented as a revenge for the assault on the island. Given the significance, Ukraine has launched an intense military campaign to recover the territory as part of the ongoing defense against the Russian attack. First, Bayraktar TB2 was utilized to neutralize the Russian air defense system deployed in the island. A TB2 destroyed a Tor missile launcher on the island. Another TB2 strike also targeted the Zu-23-2 gun emplacements and SA-13 Strela 10 infrared SAMs. Then TB2 drones hit a Project 11770 Cerna-class landing craft and a building on the remote western Black Sea outpost. Footage from the drone showcased a missile hitting the landing craft at Snake Island's boat ramp, which can be seen with a Tor surface-to-air missile SAM system on board. Ukrainian official Anton Gerashenko stated, "Enemy units on Snake Island remain without air cover and will be destroyed and burned out like cockroaches or locusts." The TB2 drone strikes have set up the island for further strikes by manned aircraft. Shortly after the drone strike on the Cerna-class landing craft, there was another footage released by the Ukrainian military showing two Ukrainian Air Force Su-27 flankers flying very low over the island and dropping bombs on multiple targets in a single pass. The video was filmed by Ukrainian Bayraktar TB2, showing a shot of the island from the west. Two Su-27s were seen entering from the south, flying lower than the lighthouse on the island's southern point and dropping infrared countermeasure flares. The flankers were seen dropping bombs with the low-altitude flights. There were at least two major secondary explosions, possibly because of the hit on ammunition and/or fuel storage area on the island's east end, before a larger blast near the island's center. This was a daring air raid by the Ukrainian fighters, not only because of the threat from the enemy, but also due to their low altitude, since the blast and fragmentation of the bombs could have struck the launching aircraft themselves. The irony is that Ukraine is successfully hitting Russian assets with Russian-origin fighter jets using a low flight trajectory, a tactic which has resulted in downing of many Russian Air Force planes because of manpads made available to Ukraine from the West. Ukrainian government sources initially stated that 13 border guards, representing the entirety of the Ukrainian military presence on the island, were killed after refusing to surrender, though it was later confirmed that they were captured. Zelenskyy had announced that the border guards would be posthumously awarded the title Hero of Ukraine. This set up a narrative and created a strong impression on the minds of Ukrainians and the world. The latest raids indicate that Ukraine is able to keep its airspace contested more than 2 months into the war, which would seem impossible when the conflict started, since Russia had a much more capable air force, both in terms of quality and quantity. The aerial missions by TB2 and Su-27 were also made possible due to the sinking of Moskva. The ship had the S-300F SAM system on board and could have been used for interception. This clearly underlines that the absence of the cruiser is hurting Russia. It also displays that Ukrainian forces are willing to undertake risky missions in case the tactical situation demands so.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.